In a world where Big Brother web shows dominate the interwebs, each show trying to bring you the next best thing, Nick and Rachel are here to entertain you with all things Big Brother, game talk, competition, backstabs, and the unexpected. Embark on this journey as we bring you the most unfiltered web show you've ever seen. We want the fans to voice their opinions. We want to hear what you have to say. Agree to disagree. We're the Unfiltered Feedsters, coming to you live Fridays at 8, so you better subscribe.
Hey yo, Rachelity, Big Brother season's back. You gotta tell them what we've been up to.
Hey yo, like BB Nick Robobot. Let's tell them about our new web show, the Unfiltered Feedsters.
What you know about us? What you know about us? What you know about us? What you know? We're the Unfiltered Feedsters coming to you live Fridays at 8, so you better subscribe.
What you know about us? What you know about us? What you know about us? What you know? We're the Unfiltered Feedsters coming to you live Fridays at 8, so you better subscribe.
Hey guys, and welcome back to the Unfiltered Feedsters presented by the Big Brother Insider. I'm your co-host Nick.
And I'm your co-host Rachel.
We got a show for you this week. We have game talk, we have live feed talk, and we have rants out the fucking ass. Shit did not go down the way we wanted to this week, as for many Big Brother fans, maybe it did, but for us it didn't, and we're fucking pissed. So listen, we have some things we have to address first. Rachel, please start with your firecracker.
Okay, first, I want to say, if you're going to tweet us hate or put hate in the comments, do not talk about my face. I already know that it's messed up. I got burnt in the face with a firecracker. No, it wasn't my fault. I didn't do it to myself. My neighbor's firecracker fell over and it shot at me and burnt my face. So that's my story.
Literally, she didn't do anything wrong. She was being just an innocent bystander, and poor thing got hit. Next on topic, I'm pretty sure that I have sun poisoning. So if the week wasn't bad enough, both of us had shit happen to us. And not that we care. I don't care if I have it and I'm in front of you guys, nor does Rachel care that she has it and she's in front of you guys. But listen, we know it's there. It's fucking obvious. Thanks.
Don't tell us about it. We know.
We know. All right. So, oh God, what a week. What a fucking week. Literally, Rachel, I don't know about you. I couldn't wait to just get on here and start talking. Just to let you guys know, there's a comment section somewhere. We can see your comments. So, leave them. We'll read them during the show. Also, you can tweet us at #UnfilteredFeeds and also at UnfilteredFeeds. So, your comments, your questions, what didn't you like that happened this week? What did you like that happened this week? What should have happened? Because we're going to tell you what should have happened this week. We're going to get that ass. We're going to get that ass. So, first order of business, we're going to take you through what happened starting from last Thursday, what happened all the way up to current events, even HOH last night, all that good stuff. And we're going to give you our thoughts, opinions about it. Then we're going to run into some rants because we got some things. We got some things for you. All right, Rachel, let's hit it off with Thursday.
So Thursday, not yesterday, but last Thursday, Jace got evicted by a vote of, I think it was like 12-1, with Audrey throwing him the one vote. And this HOH, we had a puzzle comp, and Kathy Griffin was the twist this week, and they had a ginger fever puzzle competition. And the first player, or the first section of players, was Liz, Steve, Becky, Devon, Meg, Vanessa, and John, with Becky coming out of nowhere and taking the win. And in the second group, it was Audrey, Clay, Jackie, Austin, Jason, Jeff, and Shelly, with Shelly coming out of absolutely nowhere and taking the win. So they explained that Kathy Griffin was going to have the last laugh by whoever answered the second phone call in this phone booth was going to get the power to basically void 3 people's eviction vote this week, which could be huge, absolutely huge. So Sunday we had the noms and Battle of the Block. Becky nominated Jason and Steve, and Shelly nominated Day and John. Becky told Shelly her target was to backdoor Audrey, and Shelly agreed to Becky that that would be her target as well if she remained HOH. But Shelly was in the DR talking about my target is actually Day. So they talked to John and convinced him to throw the Battle of the Block. So that's what he did. He threw the Battle of the Block. And Jason and Steve worked really well together to win the Battle of the Block, which then dethroned Becky and left Shelly as your final HOH with Davon and John being nominated. Wednesday night, we had the veto competition.
What an interesting comp. All right, so if you guys watched during the week, you saw that the comps led into each other. They had it built. Big Brother was on a big 4th of July schedule, you know. They had all the comps ready so they can just knock it out of the way. CBS had a big lot party, and the house guests as well had a party in the yard, and that was cut off. But that's fine. So I didn't really care for really much how, like, generic the competitions kind of looked, even though they had, like, you know, good... I'm trying to find the right word to say.
They had good ideas behind it.
They had good ideas, but if they would have, like, planned it out a little better, I think they would have worked better. So Wednesday was the veto. It was called Hype Maintenance. With the veto players were Becky, Shelly, Day, John, Clay, and Meg. And this competition was, you had Kathy Griffin again hosting it, and she would say items that she needed, and she would say, is that all hard to ask for or whatever? An elevator door wound up opening, and you saw all the items she said, but there was one missing. The house guests had to figure out which item was missing, and there was 2 rooms. So imagine 2 house guests, 2 rooms. They had to run into the rooms, grab the item, come back, hit the buzzer. Whoever rang in first with the correct answer proceeded on to the next round, and whoever didn't was, you know, not able to play anymore. So Johnny Mac wound up winning that competition. Also, it showed later that Clay and Shelly were asking him, you know, we would really feel better if you didn't use the power veto, but, you know, if you're not feeling too good about it, don't use it. You know, you can say no. And Johnny Mac is like saying in the DR, no, I'm using it. And good for him. Don't let somebody else run your game. They're asking way too much of you and not giving you anything in advance. Are they giving you safety? Last time I checked, they put you on the block. They work as a unit. So good. Good for you. You said no. Next, going into Thursday's, you know, live eviction. We still had, John did use the veto on himself, and Meg was put up against him. And just another rant about that. Meg should have fought harder in the veto competition, even though she didn't know she was going up, but her ally was on the block, and she's in alliance with her. And she should have tried to save her. I don't care if you didn't want to, like, make rifts in the water and keep your game safe. Shelly drew the line in the sand, and she wanted Davon out. You should have stepped up to the plate. Going into HOH, Rachel, I don't know if you had anything to say about that.
Well, I just think Meg is trying to lay as low as possible in her game, and she kind of, I'm assuming that she thought that Audrey was going up as a backdoor. So I don't think Meg really understood that she was going up until they came and pretty much told her that she was going up.
I completely, you know, I understand that you're trying to keep your game low or whatever. But in my, like, the way that I guess if I was playing the game, if I saw that somebody was coming at my team or whatever, that I just see it in that sense. I see somebody coming at my team, and I'm just going to, you know, go out there and fight for it. In retrospect, it is what it is. You know, I do like Meg. I really do like Meg, but I just, like, got a little heated about that. Moving on to Thursday's live eviction episode, we still have Day and Meg on the block. Day used her power of the last laugh, and she eliminated she eliminated Becky, Jackie, and Jeff's vote. They weren't able to vote in the eviction, so Julie told them they had to remove themselves from the living room, and they had to go sit in the dining room until after, like, the evictions were over. So Day gave her speech basically saying, like, cowards are running this house. Keep me. I can protect you. We'll work together to overthrow them and get them out of the house. You know, I thought the speech came off, you know, very hard and very stern. But you know what? She had a fight to try to stay. And honestly, if they didn't take the life vest that she was throwing out for them, they're stupid. And they're cowards as well. She was there to fight and play this game. She brought up the Audrey situation. She brought up that she was controlling the house. And Day goes and Day's on the block getting ready to leave out the house. But Audrey's
my situation with that is I don't think people wanted to, like, make waves in the house. But when you think about their game, Meg is this sweet, innocent person.
Yes.
Nobody's going to want to vote out Meg. Day is this person who will say how it is and make enemies in the house. Why would you keep someone who could be a pawn to send you home when you can keep Day, who you can hide behind as a shield?
Exactly.
It makes no sense to me.
And they'd rather keep Audrey around that's stirring up everything. Day doesn't stir anything up. So let's just get into the evictions. It was a vote 7-2, and Day was knocked out the door. When she opened the door, the cheers and the roars from the audience, the house guests were so shocked. They're like, "Why is it so loud? What's going on? Why was it?" And they literally were so mind-boggled by it that it was a conversation and topic last night so many times. She goes and sits out with Julie. They have their conversation. Day basically says, listen, they're all scared to get rid of Audrey because of her story.
Except Jason,
because Jason's on board with, like, get her out. And Day says, there's Audrey, the game, and Audrey, the person that is outside of the game, transgendered. Audrey, the game is playing. I'm going to say, nobody got time for that. Take that ass out the house. She's caused too much problems and too much damage, and you're trying to sit here and make her stay. No, I'm sorry. That doesn't work for me. Also, we had a new BB takeover come over, and Rachel, what is this? You know I don't watch sports. What is his name?
Rob Gronkowski from the New England Patriots, the tight end for the New England Patriots, is your BB takeover of the week.
Yippee. So he said we're going to blow. He says we're going to throw a party each week, this week or whatever. So they're throwing, it's party week in the Big Brother house. That means no have-nots or whatever. Great. No have-nots. But I did want to see Audrey go as a have-not. I mean, okay.
Yeah, I just want to throw this out there. It's very funny how Jason was going around saying Audrey's going up as a have-not this week, and now all of a sudden their twist is for no have-nots. BB, we ain't stupid up in here.
We see your ass. We coming for you.
We've caught on to your games.
And as Mama Day would say, get your life. Ain't playing with that ass. So they get their BB takeover. They go into the backyard. It's what was it called? Raw pong. And they literally like a big beer pong table, like super sized. House guests each got a bowl. They put it on a lever. The bowl went down. They shot off the lever and it went into one of the containers, even if it got into the container. We wound up having, after everybody went, Austin was in first place. And then we had a 3-way tie between Vanessa, James, and Liz. They all reshot again. And we really thought James took the victory. I was cheering. I heard Rachel cheering. My mom and I were just like, yeah, oh my God, yes. Vanessa ass come up, hit the damn bowl into one of the highest ranking barrels.
52 people.
What? Honestly, what the fuck? Why? Austin and Vanessa in HOH? And poor Jason.
The worst case scenario.
The worst case scenario. And poor Jason left out to hang to dry. Like, oh my God. Why? It's like literally so friggin' stressful. And this is like the shit that I love with Big Brother. When stuff doesn't go your way and stuff does go your way, you get to just be like all flood of emotions. We're just
all over the place right now, honestly.
It's been a week. We're literally sitting here like, yeah, nothing's happening this week. Bullshit. Day's getting evicted. Maybe there's hope. Maybe there's not hope. Oh, the twist came in. Great. Oh, no hope. Okay, hope again. No. And then we're just like, fuck it. Like, what's going on here, guys? What?
Oh my goodness. This BB house is ridiculous at this point.
I'm sick of these people not wanting to step on each other's toes and get their hands dirty. They're making everybody else do the dirty work. So, in all, your two HOHs are Austin and Vanessa. Yippee. Going into nominations, which we did get today, so we'll give you some nominations. Here's some spoilers, okay?
Turn us off if you don't want to hear spoilers for this week.
Just, turn us off or whatever. Are you still there?
Don't forget to come back, though.
Yeah, we want you to come back, though. So we're just going to, we're going to give you guys a minute. Figure out what you're going to do. You're going to stay. You're going to go. You're going to listen to some spoilers. Great. Are you here? Oh, wonderful. Nope. Okay. You're still, okay,
our nominees are Vanessa nominated John and James, with John throwing the Battle of the Block again. And Austin nominated Jason and Meg. And they're hoping that Jason and Meg win. And keep Vanessa's HOH and John and James on the block. If James takes himself off, Jeff goes up as the replacement, Jeff goes home. If Johnny Mac takes himself off, Jeff goes up as the replacement, the house battles it out between James and Jeff. If Jeff gets picked to play in the POV, he wins, takes James off the block. I have no fucking clue what's going to happen, people. You'll have to stay tuned for that.
Yeah, literally, because last night was like, we're putting these people up. We're not. We're doing it. And I'm just like, literally.
It was a hot ass mess.
9 o'clock, what was it, like 8:30, 9 o'clock Eastern time? Rachel and I are still up. And we're
in
just
the morning, people, not at night.
In the morning, we live tweet from at the Unfiltered Feeds. So make sure to follow us because we update 24/7 what's going on the feeds. So we're like, okay, we'll just figure out what happens later, what's going to go on with the nominees, with nominations and whatever. So now that we have that, supposedly, last but not least, if everything falls through, Audrey will be going up. So,
that's like Vanessa and Austin want to keep Audrey safe because they think that Audrey's not coming after them. And they're like her third or fourth target. They're not her immediate target. So they want to evict someone that's immediately coming after them.
I mean, I feel like Vanessa is acting like the mother bird and she's taking people under her wing. Here, Audrey, come here. We'll fix your image. Don't worry. Lay low. We'll fix your image and we'll just put you back in. A little spit shine, you'll be good to go. You'll be playing this game like nobody's business.
Pretty much.
Don't get us started with the twin situation. We'll be getting to that.
Yes, that is, oh my gosh. That's a rant topic for later.
Yeah, rant topic for later. Going into the feeds this week, we have Audrey tried to flip the house.
At the last minute, Audrey comes out of nowhere and she's like circling in the bathroom waiting because Jason listen to me. Jason and Day were in the bathroom and she was like trying to fit her way into their conversation, and then James comes in, so she leaves, and then when James leaves, she comes back in and asks to talk to them, and then she says she just want to talk to Day alone. So they go into the cabana room and she's like, look, I'm gonna try to help you stay in this game, basically the same thing she did to Jackie last week with Jace. And she was like, I'm gonna try to flip the house, blah 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 blah. And Day pretty much like made the bet with her because I mean at that point Day had no other option, and Day then went up to John and said, look, I have the votes, I just need your vote and we're good, we can do this. John then reported to Jeff, so that whole thing got blew up, and then Day went to Vanessa, and Vanessa was going to vote for her because she played up the whole pity vote story. But then when she came to Vanessa and was like, look, I need you as the fifth vote, then Vanessa was like backtracking, like, hold on, I can't flip the house because then it'll come back to me. So that was why Day ended up only getting Audrey and Jason's vote. And the speculation is that Audrey's America's player, and America wanted to keep Day, so Audrey had to make the deal with Day to try to flip the house, so it wouldn't look obvious that she voted to keep Day as well.
Listen, everything that is going on with her is literally #sketch. And she tries to turn every situation into something that everybody else does when she literally talks to the person. And let me elaborate on something. I feel like whenever she talks to Shelly about stuff, Shelly shuts her down right away. Or thinks about how everything's going on, and then Audrey's going, oh yeah, that probably didn't happen. You're right, it's just me. It's been a week.
I think it's because Shelly reads through her bullshit.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. I just want to say that we have our last week's super fan of the week, Jen Ellen. She did comment saying the plan is Jackie at this point if Jeff and James are safe. So
okay, so Jackie will be going home. Okay, thanks for that. I had no idea.
Ro.
Yeah, shout out to Mama Ro.
See you. Let's see if we have anything. Let's see.
We also are going to talk about Vanessa and how she is like some mastermind all of a sudden. Maybe Audrey was actually onto something because for some reason Vanessa just came out of nowhere, and now she's like in an alliance with Steve. She's in an alliance with Austin. She's in an alliance with Austin and Lizla. Then she's in an alliance with Austin, Julie, and Liz because yes, Julie spilled the beans and told Vanessa. And now she's in like some alliance with Austin, her, Steve, Julia, and Liz when Julia comes into the game as her own player. So Vanessa is some like crazy mastermind at this point. I have no idea what's going on with that. But as for the eviction, I think the only way Devon would have been able to stay is if Liz went up in as the replacement nom. Because whenever they were talking about who was going to go up, I actually wrote everything out as to like how she could get the votes. And I honestly believe if Liz would have went up, she would have had Jason, Meg, James, Becky, and John. I wholeheartedly believe she would have stayed if Liz went up, especially because the whole entire twin twist came out the day after the veto.
Exactly. And I do think, I think Day did go about it, you know, the right way. I just kind of wish she would have kept it to herself more. Her and Jason, and they could have worked the situation. But at the same time, like she said last night, she feels like she needed people to know about it in order for the threat to go through. And I kind of understand where she's coming through with that. I would really have liked to see it, you know, like the threat to Liz, like, you know, be successful, and Liz freaking out, and well, Julia freaking out because she did talk to Julia at the time. I just think it could have went down a different way if Liz was nominated and taken out of the game. Yes, that meant the twin twist would have been done, but the twin twist is technically done because they didn't even last 2 weeks without people knowing.
They lasted days in the house before.
How many was that again, Rachel?
19.
There you go.
And honestly, if they get any type of extra money or anything for pulling off this twist, they should not, because they're not going to be able to pull off this twist without other people's help. They now have Vanessa, Austin, Clay, and Shelly helping them disguise things and give them information. That is 4 extra people. That is ridiculous.
Last night watching the feeds, I literally couldn't believe the amount of support that Liz had coming back in the house. Julia and Liz had switched last night. Liz came back into the house. She beelined to the HOH, knowing that Vanessa and Austin won. She beelined to the HOH just so nobody would try to question her. More so Jeff quizzing her, which he's arrogant. He's so arrogant. I can't even stomach him. And she beelined up there, and they all came in like the little animals from Cinderella. They came in with a new fucking dress for her. They came in with the makeup. They were
so excited to finally meet Liz, because Julia had been announced for like 5 days.
Exactly. But at the same time, they're sitting there and they're ready to, you know, help her. They're ready to fix her up and send her out, and so nobody realizes it's her. And yes, that is so nice that these people are not angry with her and ready to help her. But it's like,
do they not get that twins are no alliance? Like, that is a bond that you will never break. They will never turn on each other. And it's smart to team up with them. But at the end of the day, they're not going to bring you to Final 2, my friend. They're bringing their self to Final 2. So I understand about teaming up because it brings in an extra member, but it's also very, very, very risky.
Exactly. And I saw one of the comments, just to clarify, about us saying something to the effect of like, if they did get extra money for swapping out, it was just our theory, like saying if they made it to a certain goal, say CBS awarded them money, even though they're not. That's not happening at all. We just feel that they shouldn't get it if it was a thing, because people have found out about them in the house. The same thing with America's Player. If they
could do something under wraps that we didn't know about, like no one knew.
And that's where being a Big Brother fan comes in too, because you start thinking everything outside of the box.
Exactly.
And it's absolutely crazy. A thing I want to touch on too as well is Day and Steve's kind of blow up.
Yes, it was so unexpected, because what had happened was Steve was outside playing pool and some people had came outside. He had asked Jason to play. Jason was like, no, thank you. I'm going to go smoke a cigarette. Then he asked a couple other people to play, and they straight up ignored him, like completely ignored him. So Jason went back in, Becky went back in. Day was like, okay, I'm going to go play pool with Steve. And Steve looks around the backyard and he's like, oh, nobody else is out here? And Day's like, no, everyone went inside. And Steve's like, oh, well, I don't want to talk game or anything. Basically insinuating he didn't want to be around her alone because he didn't want people to speculate on his game, which I completely understand, because people are sketched out by him at this point. but it was kind of rude the way he said it to her, and she knew exactly what he was meaning. So she was like, okay, I understand. She put the pool stick down and she went inside. She did not play pool with him. And I think it kind of broke her down emotionally because everyone had been treating her like that. As Jason says, everyone had been treating him and Devon like an awkward turtle in the house. And so I kind of feel like that was really rude of him, but I also understood where he was coming from in the process.
Yep.
But it was definitely something that we wanted to touch on this week for sure.
Out of all people, I didn't expect Steve to do that because of the whole how he was just so emotionally upset for Audrey when everything went down.
Right.
Going to see her, and he was asking if she wanted food or anything. The fact that Day is on the block and she's literally leaving, and you know that, and she just wanted to play pool, and you couldn't do that for her because you didn't want to seem like you were associating with her. Nobody cares about what you're doing anyways. And I feel sad to say this, but I hate that these house guests kind of bash him a little bit because they hate that he's weird and awkward and they think it's just it's a thing that he's doing, like a persona. But you don't have many friends in the house as it is. Why? Let's take it back to BB14, Brittany and Ian.
Right.
And I kind of felt like that could have been that kind of situation where Day could have been that person to him.
Right.
And they could have got really close.
For sure.
You know what? She's gone. That's done. You have to make friends in the house now. That it is what it is. So, next topic I want to discuss is let's go into some more rants. How about the Lizia's sloppy twin switching situations? How sloppy could these two get?
They literally went out and found the most unprofessional twin swappers. Whenever they switch, people, especially Day, started noticing. First off, I want to explain how everyone found out. It was hilarious to watch on the feeds. Nick had just went to sleep. It was 4 a.m. on the East Coast, and I'm watching feeds, and all of a sudden Day or Meg comes out to Day Jason on the couch and says, I want to tell Jeff. Well, we all know Jeff is this big blabbermouth. So it was because James and Meg already knew about it. So Day, Jason, James, and Meg were all outside on the couch. Jeff comes outside. They start telling Jeff about it. In the middle of telling Jeff, Jackie walks outside. Well, they're halfway in the conversation. Jeff's mind's blown, so they have to tell Jackie at this point. So now Jeff and Jackie both know. So now we're at 6 people that know about it. Then Steve walks outside. Or maybe, Steve walks outside. They tell Steve about it. So they're all outside. And Day had went inside and was looking at the memory wall or something, and she runs outside and realizes the faces are put together, even though they're not. She thinks they're put together. So she runs outside and everyone bolts inside to go look. Well, Shelly and Clay are laying in the HOH room looking at the camera, and they see this, so they jump out of bed and run downstairs. And that was when they started, everyone just attacked them, basically started filling them in on everything. Clay gets excited, he just discovered this new twist in the game or something. And that's how everyone found out. And then Steve told Vanessa and John. Was it John? He told Vanessa and I think it was Sean. And then Becky found out through pretty much everyone. So really the only person that doesn't know that I'm aware of is Audrey, which is probably a good thing.
Yeah, she would definitely use that to her advantage with everything that's going on because who was it that said it? Was it Meg? Meg said it last night. She goes, Audrey waits until after every veto to start her shit.
Yep.
So could you imagine if she had this information, even though she probably knows speculations are maybe a little bit happening, if she had that during this week, God knows what she would do with it. And they want to keep her around.
Real.
You're right. You people are so smart.
It's baffling to me. She literally waits until the veto, the renom has been put up, and then she tries to flip the house to keep the one person that everyone wants out of the house. It makes no sense to me.
I need to touch on the whole Clay being excited for the situation. I see some of our commenters saying how funny it was that he was jumping up and down. He literally looked like a little child on Christmas getting his favorite Lego set he always wanted.
Honestly, I think the best part was when he was running down the stairs and he ran over to the group of people and then he starts sliding and Day just backs up with their hands up like, I'm not about to catch you.
Not today, Clay. He literally acted so, I don't know, it was just so fake to me. I'm like, can you just get the fuck off my screen? Just please.
Which they had already knew about it because Jeff had came up to the HOH and told them before all this happened. So they had to act like they didn't know.
They have the worst fucking faces. The game like, I'm going to just use it. They have the worst poker faces.
Exactly.
Except last night when Jeff was feeling so scared about the whole, you know, him winning HOH, feeling like Austin doesn't trust him, and then the twin situation on top of it. Jeff blabs his mouth about it to Austin, and Austin already knew because they were telling him about it. And Austin's facial expressions were hilarious. He goes, "What? No!" Like it was just
even though Austin already knew, he was completely faking it.
He already knew.
Honestly, another thing I want to touch on. I was watching the camera with Meg and Jason in the nightclub room after the HOH. And it was like literally 15 minutes after the HOH. Jeff comes in and James is standing there. And Jeff starts kind of like insinuating that he's congratulating James. And everybody's kind of like looking around and Meg goes, Jeff won the Austin won the HOH. And Jeff goes, what? He did? Because James
nothing.
Well, James's score was higher in the second round, but that didn't matter. Austin was already one of the HOHs. So it was so funny. They were all laughing at him forever because he was so clueless. He was like, well, I guess I should have congratulated him. Now I look like a dickhead. I'm like, how did you not know? Like, did Julie like not say it?
I mean, recent events already, let alone lead you to that. And that's our next topic, Rand. About this whole, like, you know, if you guys have been watching the podcast and stuff, like, yes, it's funny and this and that. People take things out of context like they always do. But something I want to touch on, Jeff and James and whoever else involved or whatever, you know, disrespecting women, you know, just saying things like perverted and stuff out of their mouth, like constantly acting like horn dogs. I'm sorry, it's not okay. It is not okay to act like a certified hornbag. And even towards women, you know, it's different if the women are teasing you, they're giving it back to you when you start, and they're all joking together. And if you're just all joking together, I get it. But just the constant comments, just what I don't like. And I'm a dude, that pisses me off. I have sisters, and I have a mom, and all that. Like, if that was said to my sisters and stuff, I would be offended. So I don't understand what's all this horn talk talking about. Like, you're not going to have sex in the Big Brother house because you don't have the balls to do it. And if you do, kudos to you. But the girls are not going to let you lay between their legs. And good for them. That's how I feel about that. Rach, I don't know if you want to...
I think the whole podcast situation, it was kind of like they're going out and they were supposed to do a roast. Well, apparently no one but Day knew what a roast was. When you roast people, you talk about how they look. You talk about this, that, and the other about them. You don't ask them, have you ever done sex this way, or what's your favorite position? And then Day tried to completely change it around and was like asking something about farts. And then Audrey turned it back around to ask about sex positions. And it's kind of like, you know, it's kind of like unnecessary, honestly. It's very unnecessary. And I understand they're trying to be funny. You're in there 98 days. You have to do stuff to entertain yourself. But I think that went a little overboard. So it was very awkward, but they had a podcast the next day apologizing for it all. And honestly, I want to put this out there. I kind of feel like if Jeff gets evicted, James isn't going to be as bad.
No, it's more of
James follows along with Jeff.
It's more of the next person egging the next person on higher and higher until they get somewhere.
Exactly.
It's just, I don't know.
Can we talk about what happened on the feeds last night?
1 second, I just want to say this. It pisses me off about the way that they're acting, the comments that are made. I'm not just saying this for me and for Rachel, and we're not just making a big deal about it. It's because we interact with you guys when we tweet this stuff, when things are going down in this house, and people interact with us and we interact with you, and you tell us, he's a sleazebag, he says, I can't believe this or whatever. You know, we're not sitting here blowing shit out of proportion because we just want something to talk about. We bring the topic at hand to you guys and we want to talk about it. We're not going to sit here and blow shit up because that's not what we're about. We're going to talk about if people are being disrespectful and all that stuff. So I'm just putting that out there as a little, I guess, disclaimer. So people don't say, oh, he was just this and he was just that. No. You see it for what it is. Make the flashbacks. Form your own opinion. You have your opinion. We have our opinions. And we respect your opinion. We hope you respect our opinion. I just feel like I had to say that because we're not.
If you have an opinion that's different from ours, perfect. Tell us about it.
We want to hear it. We're not going to shut you down.
Tell you our opinion. Don't tell us we're wrong. Don't tell us we don't know what we're talking about, because that is on one hand disrespectful, because this is our Twitter page. If you don't like what we tweet, bye. Peace out. We don't need you.
Nope.
We love our fans, but if you're going to sit here and tweet hate to us, don't do it. It's not worth it. You're going to get the block button.
And our first show, we experienced it some last week. Does it faze us? No. We've worked on a web show for over 6 months. We put our time and energy into this. We know what we're doing. So at the end of the day, you know, it is what it is. We're not hurt by it. So it doesn't really matter. Pressing on from this lovely rant discussion into some more. Rachel?
Should we talk about what happened on the feeds last night?
I did want to.
This is a very hot topic.
We're on the hot topic. I did want to wait until next week about it, so you know it would roll over in the media a little bit more, and maybe CBS would like make a statement or something about it. We're gonna give you the two sides that are there to the story. You know, there's 3 sides to the story: our perspective, your perspective, and the truth.
Yes. So
it had been leaked, I guess, last night on I guess it was
on the feeds last night.
Yeah, it was on TMZ. It was on the feeds, but it was also got leaked today as well on TMZ or something like that.
Well, I just want to put this out there that we are not talking hate on anyone. We are strictly telling you what happened. On the feeds last night, I was not watching because me and Nick were talking about the show. I just had it on mute. Jeff and at this time it was Julie, I do believe, were laying in bed in the comic book room.
Confirm it was Julia.
It was Julia, okay. So they were laying in bed and I wasn't paying any attention. I did not know this happened until a few hours later when I was on Twitter. And apparently you can see, I watched the video jacking off and wiping it on Julia's back. That's what it looked like. It was very sketchy. From another angle, you can see she has something on the back of her on her shirt that's already there before he wipes it on her. So I'm not really sure what it was, but it was definitely very, very strange.
The situation when I watched it, it was like, are we really watching this right now? By the way, just to let you know, my eyes are a little glossy because I took some water and I wound up going down the wrong tube, and now I'm like having a coughing fit. So please excuse me for that. I'm not crying over the situation. Don't worry. When I watched it and I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay, you can literally tell there's something going under the sheets. And I'm just going to break down this way. Something's going on under the sheets. You can clearly tell. It wouldn't be the first video or GIF we've seen this season already. People, you know, pleasuring themselves. I'll keep it to terms and awkward terms because I love being awkward. So pleasuring himself or whatever, or if he was not, but let's say he was pleasuring himself because it would have
looked clear he was. Clear. No one's debating that.
And then he turns, it continues, he's talking, and then you can see some, like for me, you can see some facial expressions, and it definitely looked like he was, say, climaxing or whatever, and then he turns to Julia and goes, you have a stain on your back, and the same hand that he was using to play with himself, he touches her back with. Yes, there was another angle out there that showed that she had already had a spot on her, but still, you were using that hand. Can you not do that? Can you not touch her? And if you wiped shit on her, can you not be disrespectful? And can you not harass her like that? Because one, she didn't know you were doing that. Two, she didn't know if you wiped something on her, if he did wipe something on her. But it's plain to the naked eye, that's what it looked like.
Yeah,
And you need to, like, I've had this, and Rachel and I were talking about this last night. These house guests really don't realize that they are being filmed 24/7. We are in a new generation where people will pick anything you do apart. Like I said from like a couple of videos ago, I could be saying I love Chinese food, and somebody could hear me say Chinese and think I'm being racist.
Yep, it is definitely changed. Like, this world has definitely changed with how people cannot joke about anything anymore.
Exactly.
Not that racism or anything like that is a joke, but you can say the wrong thing the wrong way when you're trying to say it a different way, and people just freak out. Completely freak out. And I honestly, like, we had someone, I shared the video on our Unfiltered Feedsters Twitter page and literally said, wow. That was all I said. Wow. Because I wasn't accusing him of doing it. I haven't seen the whole story. I didn't see it with my own 2 eyes. I don't know what happened. So all I said was, wow. And we had people, well, we had one person come at us. Shout out to you because you know who you are. Yeah, we had one person come at us saying we were lame. We were lame because we shared info that was related to Big Brother. I'm sorry, but that's what our page is about. We bring you the news. If you don't like it, don't follow us. We went through her Twitter page, and her whole entire Twitter was pretty much bashing Amanda and like all these sorts of former house guests.
Or even different people from different medias or whatever. We're not giving her the spotlight, so we're just
us to get a life, though. That's the best part. That is the funniest part.
At this point, we're not shedding light on her no more, or him, whoever it was. I honestly, at this point, like I said, you got your opinions, we got ours, but don't be in our mentions trying to talk shit and trying to do that, because we will shut you the fuck down. We are here to report Big Brother news to you. We are Unfiltered Feedsters. Do you see it right there? Do you see it then? And we're not telling, like, we're just saying this in general. Like, we will say what we have to say. And if we're going to report the news, and if it's big, small, little, I might even tell you Austin's making a sandwich. I'm going to tell you that. Because sometimes it comes down to that. It's hard to tweet things at night when nobody's doing anything. So.
That is for sure.
That is damn for sure.
So moving on, I think we're finally done with our rant topic.
Yeah, I think so. And I
think we didn't lose any viewers or piss anyone off. If we did, we don't really give a shit.
Yeah, you know what? Honestly, we're here to just talk about Big Brother and do our thing. And for you guys that stayed and everything, we see you in the comments. I'm looking at you guys right now on my phone. We see you. I see you right there. I'm going to beauty guru this shit like a YouTuber does. How did you guys? Okay.
And it's still not working.
We're going to go into Backstab of the Week. Shelly.
Honestly, I think this was actually really difficult. This was really hard to come up with a Backstab of the Week.
The only thing I can think of and Rachel could think of is them, and we'll break it down a little bit too. They definitely showed Shelly this week on Big Brother as this big mastermind, head bitch in charge. She's going to do it. Becky's out for the count. Like, no, that's not who you are, okay? No, stop, okay? And Big Brother, stop trying to edit people like that. I know it's entertaining, but stop. Shelly backstabbed of the week for, she backstabbed Becky, you know, nice big knife in the back, you know, a nice heavy-duty Audrey knife right in the back. Basically saying, Becky wants this week. Audrey's not going up. I have my own agenda. Day's getting out. I'm drawing the line in the sand, and it is what it is. Kudos for you, girl. You got her out of the house, but now the line is drawn. So can you stay afloat this week, or are you going to need a life vest?
Well, honestly, a lot of people are going to come at us saying, well, that's the game. That's how it's played. But don't tell Becky you're down with this. Don't tell Becky that you're like basically her best friend forever type situation and then do that. I understand that's the game of Big Brother, but that's not honestly how I want to see it played. Nope. I understand you're going to backstab people, but we're just bringing you the backstab of the week. I honestly feel like that's what the backstab of the week was.
Also heading into that also ties in with the bad edits that we have. When we watch this show, we look for, you know, if CBS edited somebody terribly rather than we see them on the live feeds. And again, Shelly, you were edited terrible this week. They made you, like I said, like this head bitch, honcho, heir to the head in charge.
She thought that she had everyone, like basically her little minions pretty much. Exactly. And that's not how it was at all.
It was at all. So, no, I'm sorry. CBS did, you know, edit you a little bad. So we're just going to, you know, move on from that. So we want to, we are coming to the end of our show. I know. We do
need to give a shout out to our super fan of the week.
We're going to hit that up right now. So
I want to tell a little story about why she is our super fan of the week.
All right.
When I got shot in the face with the firework, I had tweeted out that I wouldn't be tweeting live feeds because I couldn't see out of my glasses because they were also burnt. And she messaged me and was like, you know, asking if I was okay. And I had a couple people mention me hoping I was okay. Thank you so much. It means so much to me. But this girl, like the next 3 days, she just messaged me every day and was like, are you okay? Like, how are you doing? And all this. So I really felt like she needed to be our super fan of the week outside of the game because we had great game talk with her this week. She is so funny. And we have our alliance. Yes, we made an alliance last night. So she just definitely needed to be our super fan of the week for sure.
I definitely think that was such a touching story, and we really appreciate you guys. We're going to show you who our super fan of the week is. Hold on.
What was that voice for?
That was my okay. Things aren't probably going according to plan, so let's be a little more awkward.
Well, her @name is Revamp World at REVAMPWORLD.
I'm going to be on my screen.
Follow her. There we go. It's on the screen.
Right here, guys. Definitely. Oh, look. Is it zooming in?
It works.
Oh, wow. Look, technology. Not really. Wow. So, right here, our Unfiltered Feedsters super fan of the week at Revamp World. Go follow her. She's very, very funny.
If you want to follow her, she will be in our bio right after our show. I will be putting that up.
Yep. And here's our first super fan of the week and our second super fan of the week. And also, we just want to show you guys a little bit the Big Brother Insider who presents us. This is his website. We have our own, special section, the Unfiltered Feedsters. There we are. Look at us. No, we're not celebrities. Stop thinking.
Selfie stick.
Selfie stick on fleek, though. And it just shows us our most updated videos will be here. So you can come here, subscribe to us, and you'll see our most updated videos and all of our, little... I guess at things. You can follow us on social media too. Do it because we really like if you did. And then also we have our home section where we have all of our spoilers, like the Twin Twist bomb being dropped. A great story. You guys should go read it. Exactly. So don't look at it. Go read it on your own. Let me head back to our camera. All right, guys. Oh, look at that. That looks great. There we go. So we just want to thank you guys again.
We also have funny highlights.
Oh, wait a minute. Yes, what was I thinking? All right, so first off, shout out to Mama Day. We are going to miss you this season. We are going to miss you like nobody's business. You are our ride to die. You and Jason together. Rachel, don't start crying.
Freaking sucks. They were so funny on the field.
God. I just wish it was a little more, kept on lock and down, but that was who they are. So Team Mama Day, Team Day all day. And let me show you guys our funny highlight of the week. It is really funny. And of course it has to do with Day. So
of course. It has to do with Day. Killing a bug.
All right, guys. Rachel, are we good?
Let's go.
All right. Mute yourself. Don't forget that.
Oh my God, look at that bug. Find your mama. Your mama is not under here. Get your life. Go find your parents. Go find your parents. Look for an opening and go find your parents. Oh shit. Oh shit. Mm-mm. You got a stinger. Oh shit. Look at you. Look at you. Find your parent. Paper towel. You stay there. Oh shit. Oh shit. You coming out. You coming out. You coming out. Oh shit. Get your life. You fighting. Ooh, you fighting. Shit. Shit. Julie Chin, you better not show this. You're trying to kill this damn bug. This is a smart bug. Hella smart. You intelligent beetle. You gonna die tonight. Get your ass out here. Get out. 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 Oh, shit. Took me 10 hours, but I killed it. Okay. Back to the plan. You are nasty. Okay.
That was so freaking hilarious.
Can we just take a minute to realize how friggin' funny that was?
Whenever I was watching on the feeds, I was rolling. It was so funny.
I didn't even know what was going on. Rachel had sent me a video. I'm pretty sure that I have like a tack. Yeah, there we go. There was a tack on the floor. Great. I stepped on it. Rachel had sent me the video, and I had seen a 30-second clip on Twitter, and I said, what the hell is she doing? And then Rachel was like, I sent you a 2-minute video. Go look at it. I was rolling. Oh, my God. It was friggin' hysterical.
And the best part was she was actually like sitting outside trying to like come up with the game plan to save herself. And then all of a sudden this bug starts attacking and she's like, find your family, find a hole and find your family. It was freaking hilarious.
It really was hilarious. I just want to say, guys, thanks for being with us. I just want to shout out again at Revamp World. Go follow her on Twitter. And also, I just want to go through real quick. I just want to give shout outs to people that, you know, commented on, you know, our live video tonight. So we have our Superfan of the Week, Jen, that was here. Mama Ro, we see you. Also, we have our Superfan of the Week that's been chatting it up. We have Abby B. Hey, girl, what's up? Let's see who else we have. We have Jay Bird. Jay Bird, thank you.
We have BLY the 5050. Not sure what that name means, but it's really nice. Thanks for chatting with us.
Let's see.
We have at DCBX23. Thanks for the shout out. I think that's pretty much it on Twitter.
Yep. And all our YouTube comments, thank you for them tonight. Also, shout out to our sound and executive producer, Shitty, right at Liz on Twitter. You'll see her on our tweet.
Also, she saved my face, people. She
Yes,
helped me save my face.
You're welcome, Rachel. I love you guys.
That's our executive producer. All right, guys.
I just want to say the Battle of the Block is not over yet. I just went and looked. We have no idea who won. The Jeff highlights have been up for 2 hours now. They should be coming back very soon. So go follow us on Twitter and Instagram. We will be posting spoilers.
And we will be keeping you guys up to date. So we'll give you the link we'll tweet out the link of who won and stuff at thebbinsider.com. Thank you so much for staying with us, guys, tonight. Crazy night, rants, everything that happened this week. We covered it in under an hour. We freaking love doing this shit, man. It's so fun.
This is only our second live show, and it's kind of nerve-wracking when we first start, but then when we start talking, it just flows. So it's so much fun. Thank you, guys.
And thank you for all the support. We couldn't do it without you guys. And stay tuned. Next week, we'll be back at 8 o'clock again, and we hope you tune in. Thank you so much. We have been, I'm Nick.
I'm Rachel.
And you've watched the Unfiltered Feedsters, presented by the BB Insider. We just did that shit.
With the melted face.
And some fucking sun poison on this bitch. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next week. And follow us at Unfiltered Feeds. We update 24/7.
As long as we're awake.
Yeah, seriously. But we are up all night, so.
What is sleep, people? What is sleep?
Welcome to Big Brother. All right. See you guys later.
Bye, guys.
Bye.